Hello, my name's Lance Forman. My family has been smoking salmon in London's East End for over 100 years. I was a big supporter of Brexit in the lead up to the referendum, and I just want to let you know I believe in it now as much as I ever did. Small businesses like mine employ more people in the UK than the multinationals, and you don't hear our views often enough. So here are 7 reasons why I still believe Brexit is the best business opportunity for Britain in a generation. That's with or without a deal. Number 1, the deal. When we voted in 2016, no one ever discussed a deal. David Cameron tried to do a deal with the EU earlier that year, but the country said no. That's what the referendum was about. We decided to leave without a deal. It's only after the vote that people started talking about some kind of deal. Well, if there is a deal, then that's fine, as long as it's in everyone's interests. And as a business person, I can assure you that that is when deals are done. For now, we should not be focusing on a deal and simply focus on what people voted for, and that is preparing to leave without a deal. The better prepared we are, the more chance that some kind of mutually beneficial deal will emerge. Number 2, trade deals. Britain's biggest trading partner is the USA, yet we don't have a trade deal with the USA. In fact, Britain does more trade outside the EU than inside the EU, yet we have no trade deals with anyone outside the EU. And that is where our trade is growing fastest. Despite everyone talking about trade deals, we don't actually need a trade deal to trade. Number 3, friction-free trade. You often hear big businesses say they want friction-free trade. Well, don't we all? The fact is, every regulation the EU passes adds extra friction to any business. So whilst exporters and importers don't want friction at the border, I don't want friction anywhere. 95% of businesses in Britain don't even trade with the EU. Businesses like hairdressers or greengrocers, car repair shops. Why should they have to deal with the daily friction of European regulations just because 5% of businesses want an easy life? Number 4, bureaucracy. Bureaucrats don't just sit in their gleaming taxpayer-funded offices in Brussels dreaming what regulations they can come up with next. No, they're wined and dined by huge companies who lobby them to come up with one-size-fits-all rules to protect those businesses. It's all stacked against the little guys who don't have the resources or the inclination to be lobbying officials. Frankly, they're just too busy trying to make ends meet. Brexit helps rebalance this unfairness. Number 5, geography. When we joined the EEC in the 1970s, the world was a very different place. If you wanted to do business overseas, it was far easier to hop on a ferry than to find customers the other side of the world. But the internet has changed everything. Now, at just the press of a button, we can trade with anyone, the world over. The geography is completely irrelevant. My own business was going strong for 70 years before joining the common market. I can't think of one area in which it's helped our business, and if anything, the relentless onslaught of regulations has made business far more challenging and costly in the EU. Number 6, the euro. The euro is destroying the economy of Europe, creating mass unemployment across many countries, whilst giving German exports an unfair competitive advantage globally. When I ask Remainers if they want to join the euro, most say no. So why tie Britain to an economy which has this dysfunctional currency and is a shrinking part of the global economy? It's crazy. Number 7, trust. In business, reputation counts for everything. You're only as good as your last deal. If you offer goods for sale and the customer agrees to buy, you cannot then withdraw the goods because you change your mind. The government offered people the chance to leave or to stay. The people chose to leave. Changing that offer now will mean the government can never be trusted again. There should not be another referendum. The Brexit offer was purchased by the British people. It cannot be sold again. Now is the time to show that Brexit means business.